Hey, Viking fans, this is Keith Millard, and you are listening to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. Go Vikes!
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. I'm One Bar with Lupicus, and a busy damn day in the NFL. Vikings, everything going on. We're just going to kind of wrap this hog up in a nutshell and go over everything because it's been a crazy day.
Crazy day, lots of trades, lots of players getting the axe. Some players that maybe we thought were getting the axe are still on their respective teams, and some teams they're kind of just going zero at some positions on the depth chart.
Yeah, let's start off with some big boy news. Put our big boy pants on. Before we get into that, subscribe to the channel. Hashtag 4,000 and subscribe in the comments for a chance to win a jersey. We are almost at 4,000 subs. Let's do this.
I can smell it, and it smells like cherry blossom lotion.
It smells like burnt bacon. Nothing better.
You eat it raw.
Yeah, burnt bacon. I don't know.
I once watched you microwave bacon for 15 seconds and put it on a sandwich.
Yeah, it's delicious. I put a slice of cheese on there as well. Speaking of slice of cheese, we got a brand new shiny ass tight end that, didn't do fantastic with the Jets, but still has potential to be good.
Yeah, he is just dripping with potential, and that's been the story of Chris Herndon. A lot of potential. Nothing's really come of it yet. We've seen flashes here and there. But
we watch your damn tongue. He had a fantastic rookie year. You can't deny that.
He's been hurt since then. He's been suspended, I believe. So everybody keeps waiting for him to take the next step. He's kind of similar to Irv Smith in that regard, where we're kind of waiting for him to kind of explode, and it hasn't happened yet. Of course, how do you really explode when you're part of the New York Jets offense? That's another question. So 4th round pick, and what was it, a 6th rounder to bring this guy here?
I was a little surprised at the 4th and 6th round. I was thinking probably like a 6th round pick. We got him cheap. The Jets put a chunk of a signing bonus towards it. So Vikings aren't paying much for him except for those draft picks. And the fact that they did give up a 4th and a 6th, maybe they know a little bit more about Irv, that he might be a little bit out longer. We don't know, but you nailed it. He's played for the Jets. Come on, who's going to get any catches and do anything there? But as long as the expectations are set right for him, I still think Conklin is the lead guy right now.
Oh, for sure. And he's still got to acclimate to our offense, get to know terminology, get familiar with Kirk Cousins.
I don't even know that term.
He's got a long ways to go before he's really going to, he's going to be out there, but to really see some complex plays or some plays down the depth chart, it's going to be all Conklin early, probably even Brandon Dillon until Herndon's ready to go. So don't pick him up right now and expect to start in week 1 in fantasy because you're going to be disappointed.
I took Herndon after his rookie year in fantasy, and it turned out to be a turd, and it did not pan out well because he has had injuries. But long story short, we have a new tight end. We gave up a little bit more to get a guy like him, opposed to picking up somebody on the waiver wire, which I think we did okay. We'll see.
Look how much Spielman wheeled and dealed last year. He was using 4th round picks on guys we weren't even familiar with, so we were getting pissed off anyway. So I'd rather use a 4th round pick on somebody we know. Chris Herndon, you know what? I already love him. I'm already in love with him.
This is for Chris Herndon.
Oh my God, I don't have any beverage.
Oh, you're an idiot. So that starts it all off before really any of the cuts come out. Piggybacking on that, Zach Davidson, our 5th round pick, hopefully comes back to the practice squad. I'm sure he will come back to the practice squad. If any other teams were watching his preseason, they will want nothing to do with him.
Stay away.
So 5th rounder, that was a little sad to go. Everson Griffin, let's talk about him. Another big news where he gets cut. It sounds like the plan is to bring him back. So they got a plan in place.
Well, and now it's a 16-man practice squad. You can be a veteran and be on the practice squad. So is he just going to be a guy they call up when they want an extra pass rusher? I don't know how that really works. I don't know. So this one to me was biggest head scratcher. You bring him back. You had the big hoopla all about it. He's out there talking when the grass wasn't greener like he thought. He plays damn well in the game against the Chiefs in the limited snaps he saw, and then you cut him. And what pissed me off more than anything is you keep Jalen Holmes on this team. Jalen Holmes brings absolutely nothing to the table, never has never developed. The guy is nothing but pure dump, and you keep him. And you let a guy like Everson Griffin go. And even
Everson Griffin's coming back. They already said he's coming back.
Well, I'd rather have Hercules too. It's just a head scratcher to me.
Well, Everson Griffin's going to come back after that week 1 where they don't have to guarantee he's a veteran, so he's going to come back. But Jalen Holmes, you mentioned him. He's if he's still here in 24 hours, I'd be amazed. He's one of those guys that's just one of the leftovers because they got positions to fill, and they might as well just leave his ass there. I mean, I cannot see him making this team. So I think there's a handful of guys that will not be here 24 hours from now because they're going to put some claims, and we don't even have a long snapper.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I don't know what that was all about, and that's just some way to kind of work a long snapper on the practice squad, and you can call him up on game. I don't know what it is. What worries me about this more than anything, you've been having the same punter, you've been having the same kicker all through preseason, and now you're going to change up the snap. It seems like a real kind of a boneheaded move to me this late in the game to make that kind of a switch. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like Jenkins with that rhythm right now. And DePaul's always been solid.
Yeah, that was the weirdest part is he's never seemed to really have a bad snap. I'm not concerned about the rhythm because I think we'll have a brand new kicker anyways tomorrow. And Britton Colquitt, that guy can catch you anything. He can catch you anything.
The Vikings are a team who's constantly tweaking their special teams right up till week 1 kickoff. So this should come as no surprise. But yeah, I don't like the rhythm change. I think that screws up anything unless they're getting a kicker who comes with his own long snapper. And maybe that's something that's going to happen. You
might be onto something there. Speaking a little bit more on special teams, we got to mention Chad Beebe out for the year. His Vikings career is over. I cannot see this dude coming back. I mean, he's going to be 28 next year. So Chad Beebe has just been loves his injuries, and he probably would have made the team, but that also paves the way for another spot, wherever it may be.
Well, I think that was probably Dan Chesina getting in. I don't know if he would have made this team without Beebe's injury. And I wonder if the guy who hit him, because that was really late, it was helmet to helmet, out of bounds. I don't know if he got fined or not, but that was definitely a cheap shot. Too bad to see Beebe go down that way. But let's go back to the kicker thing, because a lot of kickers got released today. A lot of decent options. Nick Folks out there, Michael Badgley, the Money Badger. In the Lions kick both, they cut Zane Gonzalez and Randy Bullock. So there's 4 big names right there who I'd rather have any of those guys than Greg Joseph.
Oh, I think they're going to be sniffing all around those. Nick Folk, bring that dude in. I would love Nick Folk. He was 26 to 28 last year. We would pay large amounts of money if we could guarantee 26 out of 28. So I think kicker they're going to be looking at. The offensive line still. I mean, they got rid of Dakota Dozier, Drew Samia, and Kyle Hinton. They pretty much wiped away their guards, even though they were not very good anyways. It's like I think they have 1 true guard on the roster now.
Yeah, I mean, you can slide Mason Cole around a little bit, so there's some flexibility there. But yeah, I was surprised they actually pulled the trigger and cut Dakota Dozier. When I saw that, it was Tom Pelissero wrote Dakota Dorset. So I thought maybe it was another one of these fake tweets that were going out there. But again, the Vikings kept him in years when they never should have re-signed him. That was the biggest head scratcher. So both Dakota Dozier, Drew Samia, guys who give Vikings fans acid reflux, diarrhea, whatever it is, are both gone. So
are you saying my diarrhea is going to go away?
Your diarrhea looks like Drew Samia is what I'm saying.
Well, Drew Samia, it sounds like he had a real bad hamstring injury. Dakota Dozier, they made it very clear they want to bring him back to the practice squad, and I could absolutely see that. I don't think we've rid ourselves of Dakota Dozier yet, where he's just a emergency guy that they can bring up. That the rules where you can have up to 6 veterans, basically they could be 20-year vets and still be on the practice squad. We've definitely not seen the last of a lot of these players. Hercules Mataafa, I'm sure he'll be coming back. I'm pretty sure 98% of the people we released will be back.
Well, they already said that when they were getting cut. Like, the Vikings want to bring him back. They want to bring him back. So we were going to do a practice squad video, but there's really no point because everybody's coming back pretty much. So, yeah, they kind of already announced. I'm sure there'll be a couple guys from some different teams that we didn't see coming. There always is a few of those, but for the majority of the 16 guys that we keep, I think we'll be familiar with about 14 of them.
Yes, and let's talk about Mr. Dan Chesina quick. This is just he's going to be the new guy every year that everyone counts out, and he just every year makes a team or something. But I don't think he should be overly comfortable either going into tomorrow as far as waivers, because there were some pretty good receivers let go by other teams too.
Yeah, Dan Chesina, he's supposed to be this great special teamer. Didn't really see it last year. Didn't really see it in the preseason much either. So again, what value this guy brings to the table, I just don't know. I think he's one of these guys that kind of, like you said, just he's kind of a holding place right now. I put Josh Metellus in that boat as well. Not a whole hell of a lot you see out of him. So 2 guys, definitely, if I'm there, I'm just kind of shaking in my boots, not feeling so great about my chances to stick on the team after tomorrow. And do you know when is the when's it over? Is it 3:00 tomorrow? We can start
3:00 tomorrow. They can announce their moves, announce their practice squad. Yeah, that'll be a busy day. We are definitely going live tomorrow to talk a lot more into this, a lot about our practice squad guys that we picked up. Quarterback, I'm still going to be watching that one. Again, there was some decent quarterbacks that got cut today. I don't count that out one bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously Cam Newton's the big name floating around there, and going back to receiver, that Daz Newsome from the Bears is somebody I wouldn't mind taking a chance on. Young guy, a lot of upside there. Who's their quarterback?
The Chiefs quarterback that kind of ripped us apart got cut.
Oh,
surprising.
Michelle was cut.
Ben DiNucci got cut.
Not interested.
Can't be overly picky right now.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Well, things I really want to see what's shaking over the next couple of days is what the hell is the long snapper issue. There must have been some reason they got rid of him, and how they're going to fill that, and kicker, and really just kind of receiver and offensive line. I mean, those are going to be the hot ones on my radar.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if they actually bring in a veteran backup quarterback. I don't know if they're going to. I think they're probably okay rolling with Mond and Cousins, but that the COVID thing is definitely something they got to keep in mind. If both of those guys aren't vaccinated, you could potentially lose both your quarterbacks for entire week. The other thing too is running back. They kept Cook, Madison, and Nguangnu, who we know is hurt. So that's another area that could be a move made tomorrow. I think they kept Nguangnu on the roster, staying to IR him, so they can put him in the short term after tomorrow. So that's a spot where, is it AJ Rose coming up? Is it looking for one of these other guys who were cut? There's gonna be a move there, mate. Because Nguangnu,
I have a theory.
The team. What's that?
I think they're doing the same thing with Everson Griffin as they're doing with Amir Abdullah. They're just going to bring him back after week 1. I don't think we've seen the last of Amir Abdullah. I think Nguangnu will go on the short term IR, but I think Amir Abdullah is going to be back.
Yeah, it was surprised that they let him go. Again, another guy like the Dakota Dozier. He's the Dakota Dozier running backs. No one really thinks he's very good.
That's not very nice. He's a lot better than great. That's really rude.
Okay, he makes a few more plays than Dakota Dozier, but he just kind of hangs around like that dingleberry that's stuck in your butt hair. And
you need to get rid of those. You shouldn't have those at your age. You should know how to cleanse those.
Butt hairs?
Yes, dingleberries.
Oh, I didn't say I have them. I just know people get them.
Well, all I got to say is this final 3 sips here is for Tough Borland. Tough, it was a great ride. I hope to see you in the future. I hope you're signed to the practice squad, and look forward to your Hall of Fame career over the next 15 to 17 years.
Yeah, he's got a tough road ahead of him for that. Just not great.
They
want to go on the practice squad though.
That's kind of the day in the nutshell. Tomorrow will be a very, very fun, interesting day as well. And like I said, we will be live tomorrow at 8:00. So make sure to saddle those asses up. Yeah, was the Irv Smith surgery tomorrow? When's that happening? What? That's a great question. I don't know. I believe it might be tomorrow or Thursday. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out and how long he's gonna be gone for. It's real frustrating. Irv Smith and his he's just right on the precipice of just being a great tight end and keeps having these setbacks. This is Chris Herndon's moment. It is. Herndon and Conk. We didn't think of a good name for them. Chonk. There we go. Chonk. I don't know. That didn't really work. All right, we good? We're good. All right, don't forget hashtag 4000 in the comments. Going live tomorrow, 8:00. Hope to have a full house with some familiar names and some brand new faces. And remember this: coffee, cannabis, and sex can all help relieve headaches.